Hello folks, and welcome to another special edition of After Hours Woodworking. And you've read the title by now, big news, big changes, so let's just get right into it. I'm not going to make you wonder anymore. Have some really exciting stuff to share with you. I'm very happy to do this. I've been working on this for the last couple of months at least, and it's finally happened. So I'm moving. I purchased another place, another house, still here in Toledo, but across town. And the place is pretty amazing. It's over a couple of acres of land, and 1 acre is just deep, deep woods. It's got all kinds of wildlife in it. There's a creek back there. It's just gorgeous. This is my ultimate dream place. And on it is a pole barn that's more than double the size of my shop. So that is good for several reasons. Good for my customers because I'll have more room to work. It won't be so stressful having multiple projects going in here at the same time. I'm also going to be able to finally start working on some unique individual pieces for myself. This is going to be an opportunity for me to push my abilities to really excel in woodworking because I'll have the room and the space to do it. And of course, I'll be sharing those videos and projects with you all on the regular Wood Shop and Time episodes. But this shop is also going to lend me to do something that I've been talking about for years. People have been approaching me on this, and I'm able to do that, and that is to offer classes. They will be small classes, somewhere between 6 to 8 people could attend, but I'm now going to be able to teach classes on my site versus going out to different schools or stores or different institutes and so on. I'll be able to have people come in to work in my shop. And we'll even have a couple of guest rooms in the house if you guys are coming in from out of town and we choose to stay with us. You can have dinner and we can talk woodworking, all evening. But the nice thing is my house is literally right around the corner from the major cities. So all the restaurants, shops, stores, everything is right there. But I got this little slice of heaven to live and work in. So very excited. Dennis and Les, I talk about them all the time, those two old-timers that then are doing woodworking for well over 50 years each. Two of the best woodworkers I've ever had the pleasure of knowing, and I mean these guys know history, they know technique, they know things that work and things that don't work because they've done so much of it, and they're eagerly passing that knowledge on to me so it doesn't get lost, and they want to be an integral part of forming these classes and a comprehensive woodworking series that we can offer. So anyhow, you'll hear more about that as it progresses. I hope to have it ready by the first of the year. I know that seems like a ways to go, but unfortunately the shop has nothing in it. I have to do the electrical, the drywalling, the lights, everything. I'm going to put windows in it. I'm going to make it real nice the way I've always wanted my shop to be. So in the meantime, I'm living there, but I have to come here in my old shop to still work, and as you can imagine, it gets pretty busy. So I'll keep you up to date with that as it progresses. The other big news I want to say is we have another sponsor, and I'm really happy to have Ken Craft Hardwoods as a sponsor of this show. I have been going there for well over a decade, and it's a family-run business, local. I've watched the kids, the grandkids, or whatever grow up. It's just a really nice place, great people, and they've got all kinds of amazing wood at fantastic prices. I sound like a used car salesman there, didn't I? Saturday! Anyhow, I'll tell you a little bit more about them in another episode, but I'm real happy to have them, and they ship stuff all across the nation too. So I've got some ideas to work with them that would really be beneficial to you guys. So anyhow, stay tuned for more of that as it develops, but real happy to have them as a new sponsor. Okay, so that's the big news, and when we have big events like that, ultimately there are big changes that come into it as well. So if you've been following this show for any length of time, and I say that because I've been doing the YouTube video thing for 10 years now, but in the past, I've never been consistent with videos. You know, I do one a month or one every couple of months, and that was because Dan and I would do it just as fun. It was just a hobby. I mean, woodworking is my job, and I thought, I feel like doing a video. I haven't done something in a while, and you know, I loved writing the little comedy skit that Dan and I would do, the Big Chopper and Safety Dan. But now, with the help from the sponsors, it's no longer just a hobby. It's like a part-time job. So I still have my furniture business that I'm doing, which is, 40 hours, but now, I got to throw in another 20, 30 hours for this video series. And I'm not complaining by any means, but I don't want to give up the furniture, and I'm not quite big enough to go full-time for video. And so consequently, before when we were filming, as I said, as fun, now I have to be consistent, and to get Dan's schedule and my schedule together to film has been difficult. That's why you guys haven't seen them in the last couple episodes. Not to mention, now I'm living in the other house across town. It's time that we are having trouble with. Now, Dan had been helping me out for a couple of months there. He was looking for work, and I had an excessive amount of work coming in. So he was helping me, and we were working together. But, Dan has got an opportunity to get some work of his own. And I can't blame the guy. I mean, it pays better. I'm sure he's got the benefits and the holiday pay and all that. He's got to take care of his family. He's got a stepson, his wife, and, granddaughter that he's got to help support. So it's just a case of not being able to get our schedules together. And so because of that, it breaks my heart to say this, but I am going to, for the time being, retire our characters of the Big Chopperoo and the Safety Dan. I really had to do some serious thinking on this because every woodworking project required me to write a little comedy skit or joke into, and now that we're doing woodworking more regularly, it's too much work to try and write that, and it's not fair for me to ask Dan to sacrifice his time, to try and fit this filming schedule. So, with a heavy heart, I'm going to end that part of it. But honestly, the more I thought about it, I realized my views were in the wrong place. Before, I was making the show about us and the humor, and really, this show, all these shows, are about you, the viewer, making you a better woodworker, encouraging you, instructing you, showing you new things so that you can develop in this craft and we keep it going for the next generation. And so I think the humor and all that, myself and Dan, we were getting in the way of you all. So I think this is going to be a good direction to go. Not to mention, too, now that when Dan comes over, I can enjoy just my time with him as our friendship versus, trying to do some work. So, again, I know I'm dropping a lot on you guys today. So this week I'm going to skip the email questions and answers. I'm going to skip the should you own it little tool review thing. I'm going to kind of let this sink in, let you guys digest this. But some are going to be upset that I'm dropping the characters because they're like saying, oh, that's what made your show different from others. Some of you are probably thrilled I'll be dropping the characters. But nonetheless, I've always really enjoyed your guys' support. I've always thank you for watching and hope you continue to watch as we move forward with more exciting things in the show. And I'm saying that because I got a couple of things in the works and I think it's really going to benefit you all. So stay tuned for more. Hopefully this Friday I'll have that video out on the common mistakes with doing dovetails and the fixes forum. I hope to have them. This is going to be a very, very busy week because I'm still finishing up moving a few things, and I got a couple of big meetings to do this week. But anyhow, I'm going to need help with a new closing tagline because I can't say go dance now. So we'll work on that. So at this point, I'm just going to leave it with thank you all so much and hope to see you again real soon.